love the energy. How about that violinist? I don't know where he is. He's still in the house tonight? I heard him warming up in the back room over there. I closed my eyes and I felt like it was an episode of Bridgerton and shit. So, I'd like to start off tonight's set by dispelling any rumors that my show's going to be completely in Japanese. I may have created an ad that made it seem like I was fluent in the language, but I can assure you I am not. I read the whole thing off a Google Translate sheet, and I haven't done this for 4 months, guys. I haven't practiced, I haven't done anything, so I can't promise you guys anything good, but I was promised payment after the show, no matter how hard I bomb. I am getting paid, right? No? Okay. But no, I was inspired by Japan. Went there for 2 weeks with my wife and some friends, and we booked the trip through a travel agency that caters towards college students. And the commercials for it was crazy. It's like, hey, college kid, exams got you down? The kid's like, yeah. Well, fucking fuck 'em, idiot. Take a trip. You're only young once, my guy. Book an affordable trip with EF Travel Tours, and we'll show you what the world has to offer. We hold your hands like you're at Epcot at Disney. And coming into this trip, I knew there was going to be a lot of people in our group were going to be, what do you call them, rich whites. And I'll get to that in a second. But it's true, because this tour agency, this travel agency books everything. The flights, the hotels, the transportation. They even book some excursions and tours for you. And our trip took us to the 3 biggest cities in Japan. So it's Tokyo, Kyoto, Osaka, and then we spent 1 day in Hiroshima, which I wasn't really a fan of because the air was a little bit icky. And, all right, got some history buffs in here. The real reason I wasn't a fan of Hiroshima was because the itinerary had us spend most of the day at the Hiroshima Peace Memorial Museum. I know, it's exciting. It was very sobering. There, you can learn everything there is to know about the bomb, and they walk you through all the events that led up to them dropping the bomb. And in great detail, they show you everything that the bomb did to the people and the city, and its catastrophic effects, and all these crazy things about war and nuclear weapons, which I thought was really, really whack, because I was there to have a good time. I was in the back of the group like, sumimasen, sumimasen. Yo, this was 80 years ago, dog, we're good. Like, I mean, remember, you guys did start it, and then we big slapped the fuck out of you, and then you guys kind of got us back by bringing anime into the country and turning all the men into weeboos and shit, but I'm just gonna pop into the Pokemon Center here real quick. I'll be right back. Nah, I'm not that cold-hearted. It was a very sobering experience because they lay that shit out for you. They show you pieces of steel and stone that melted under the extreme heat of these bombs. And they had all these collections of postcards and letters that they sent, family members sent to their relatives, see if they're okay. It was very sobering. The craziest exhibit was the last one. It was a huge room, almost bigger than this one. And in the middle, they had laid out in a ring the tattered school uniforms of kids who died in the bomb. And they had arranged it so it looked like they were all holding hands in a circle on some We Are the World type shit, which made it a little bit more emotional. You're like dicks. But I say that because I'm not gonna lie. I stood there for 2 or 3 minutes crying. Like a bitch, yeah, exactly. But I stood there crying because I could not stop thinking about the lives of these kids and how, just like us, they had dreams and aspirations and hopes and fears and crushes, and their whole life was cut short by this bomb, and the entire existence was nothing boiled down to this jacket that was supposed to make me feel guilty for being an American. My friend's like, what? And I'm like, did I say it out loud? And the guard in the corner was like, oh, he catching on to us. Whoosh. No, I'm kidding. Japanese are very cool. But it did seem like I was being gaslit because they say, no, it's okay. Us Japanese hate Americans. We hate war. We are anti-war. But when you're walking through these exhibits, you feel like a dog that took a shit in the carpet. Because they call you like, hey, Alex, come here. Come here. What you do there? How I scrub that out, huh? Look at all infrastructure, economic damage. How I scrub that shit out, huh? Look, their skin boiling. Their eyes pop out of there. What? How I scrub that out? Why do this accent? You trying to get cancer? To wrap it down, the the tour ended with a guy. Our tour guide was actually a survivor of the bomb. Very old guy, frail guy. I'm not gonna make fun of him because he's an OG. But at the end of the tour, he held up a picture of Obama. And he said, in 2018, President Barack Obama visited the Hiroshima Peace Memorial Museum to deliver a speech on denouncing nuclear warheads and promoting world peace. Now look at the two people standing next to him. That's the Secret Service. And look at the bag that one guy's holding. If anything happens to the president, they push a button in that bag and it sends a nuclear warhead right to that location. I know, it's cold as shit. I'm like, damn, Obama, it's cold, my guy. And then one of the rich whites next to him was like, God damn, dude, control your colonialism, sir. We are visitors in this country. But the reason I mention the rich whites is because I feel like the more you think about it, the more it makes sense. Is Japan's Ministry of Tourism forcing these travel agencies to visit Hiroshima and this memorial to make these rich whites feel jealous for what their granddaddies did? Not my granddaddy. And he was out in Cuba before Castro, having a great old time. I did want to start off my set off with some bomb jokes, because that's usually what I do on stage. I just fuck shit up. And people just quietly laugh at me. But let's, I'm gonna have to take a sip of water for this one, but let's liven the mood up. Football season's coming. Woo! That's right. That's right. My favorite thing about saying football season's coming is how excited the guys get. They cheering. They look like girls whose friend gets engaged. She's like, oh my God, it finally happened. Woo! When women hear it, something completely different. When I say football season's coming, I sound like an old haggard witch coming out of the corner of a dark tavern. Like, all right, ladies, listen up. The long winter's coming. For 4 months, you will lose your husbands, your boyfriends, your brothers, your fathers, your sons, your summer flings you met on your hot girl walks. Every man in the realm will march north, armed with Bud Light and chicken wing to fight the great battle they call fantasy football. You may as well burn your calendars because every plan you made this season is gone forever. Monday nights are Flanny's nights. Thursday nights are also Flanny's nights. And that pumpkin patch photo shoot you scheduled for Sunday afternoon is now a 4:30 matchup between the Broncos and the Chargers. And as you inch closer to the most sacred holiday of the year, the birth of our Lord, they start taking Fridays and Saturdays from you. Don't bother praying to the 7 gods. Hold on you, they're busy tending to the prayers of your men. Men who don't pray for family or health or even to see you. They pray for a missed field goal to win by half a point. And it always ends the same, doesn't it? They come back from battle, beaten, tattered, defeated, only to repeat the same mistakes they made last year. Oh, ladies, start a book club or something. It's a long night. It's filled with danger and stomach indigestion from rib rolls. Ma'am, I'm gonna hold my ammo on Taylor Swift for a second real quick. And I just want to share the album audition tape for House of the Dragon 3. Thank you. Sponsored by Big Tobacco. American Spirit, feel the freshness in your throat. It's been a long 4 months since I've done this. I've missed a lot of crazy things. So if it's okay with everyone in this room, I'd like to talk about this one event that happened, which I never thought would happen in our lifetime. It just happened a few months ago, and no one's talking about it anymore. Would anyone like to guess what it is?
What's that? Yeah, shot.
No. Drake and Kendrick. That's right. It was one of the most craziest 7 weeks of music, probably the best 7 weeks of music rap has ever received. And I forgot how exciting it was to just, be excited for new music to come out. And my favorite thing about the beef was how passionate fans on both sides were. You see, because Drake fans spoke like Drake was gonna pull up in a Maybach and slide him a rollie for defending him. And it would go exactly like this. Be like, hey, bro, I heard you said back then, man, I was tight as fuck, dog. I'm cheesing, fam. Look, check it out. You can take this rollie here, 75 grand, and take another 15 stacks. You can blow that in 11 tonight. I mean, at 11, sorry. The Ozempic. I haven't eaten breakfast. Speaking of breakfast, here's the same box of Eggos they used to film Stranger Things. This priceless prop that somehow got into my hands. I don't know how. And oh, check this out. This is the same bike that Will Myers rode. Him and I shared some great rides together. And exactly, it was disgusting. But all my friends, because they're like, oh my God, Drake, oh, I'm so happy, God's plan. I'm like, you dumbass, this guy's dropping evidence on you. He's getting rid of this shit. And then we have Team Kendrick. Well, we got one fan here, I guess. Yeah, they not like us, huh? Or as rich whites, you know, like, oh, I'm not like them. It's scary. Kendrick fans spoke like Kendrick himself would pull up and reward them with the most coveted card of all time. The N-word pass. And I don't know Kendrick personally, but he's such a savant at what he does. I look at him like a biblical manifestation of rhythm and poetry. So imagine, if you will, a gangster-ass Mr. Mind be like, Alex Du, is it true? Was it you that popped up against a Canadian demon? I'm like, yes, Mr. Kendrick. Oh, dude, my love for you bites harder than mosquitoes during malaria season. Oh, thanks, Mr. Kendrick G. And he says, for your effort, I'm gonna bless you with a card more expensive than any in your collection. I said, holy shit, this guy's gonna give me a fucking Charizard? He goes, no, but please trust with this card, you can now say they not like us. And he pulls it out. I was just going, it's filled with auras and vibes and all that shit. I go, whoa. Thanks. My nice try. Mr. Kendrick, you're not gonna cancel me tonight. Oh no. No. That's about all I had written up. So give it up for Good Tone Studios. Give it up for your host. I've been Alex Du. Thank you. Thank you.